Ladies and gentlemen, I am Goodness Usman, your beautiful, talented host. And of course, many of you already know me as the Queen of Landlord Makers, or just in case, you also know me as Latana. I am officially welcome you guys to today's episode. Now, if you're new on this channel and this is your very first time of coming across our show, I want to say to you, welcome to the post. We're excited to have you here with us. Ensure that you do us a favor. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you will not miss any episode on the show or any other video we put out on this channel. You might also be wondering, what is the show for? Like it says, it is a tea talk with Goodness Usman, where we discuss everything and anything that has to do with real estate investment in the Nigerian market. But most importantly, we're out here to discuss things that would bring value to all real estate investor. Even if you're a realtor, you have one thing or the other to learn or unlearn. And also real estate developers. Every stakeholder have one thing or the other to learn on the show. So I don't want you to take it too serious, because for us here, it's about the tea talk conversation. And that's why we're going right into our culture, our tradition. Yes, we have a tradition on this show where you get to join me, grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, maybe green tea like mine, or grab a glass of wine, glass of water, whatever suits you best, that you are comfortable with. Please grab it as you join me to observe our ritual on the show before we go right into today's topic. Now, why do we do this? It's because we want you to be comfortable wherever you are and relaxed while you're learning and learning on this show today. So shall we? Oh. Whew. It's always a delight having my green tea on the show or off camera. And some of you already know me. I will always do it 3 times, right? I think 3 times does the magic. Anyways, let's go right into today's topic. Ladies and gentlemen, it is titled Matters Arising. We are, of course, in the new year, and this 2024, there's a whole lot of things in stock for us in the real estate market industry. Now, in the last 3 episodes, we talked about the event that happened in December, the real estate event that was anchored by Lagos State. And then we're showing you guys all that was discussed by different panel sessions that were heard. Now, we're not done with that, but we just decided to take a break because this is also very urgent. And that's why we are going to get into those final panel sessions that was heard on day 2 as we progress on the show in this new year. Now, this year, 2024, we at Nigeria Realty 24/7, we're more intentional about what we put out there. Not that we've not been intentional before. I've just used the word more because it is very, very important. The industry is getting more volatile. There are too many things trending that are not so good. And because we are very passionate about our real estate investors in the real estate market. It doesn't even matter whether you're acquiring a property from us or not, but we're very passionate about you growing your net worth using real estate as a vehicle. And when you want to grow your net worth, you have to avoid some mistakes or avoid taking too much risk or reduce your risk exposure. And that's where we know for sure that you will listen to us every Sunday, 4 p.m. You get value from us, except if you're not an existing real estate investor in the market or an intending one. Anyways, let's get right into today's topic. It is called Matters Arising. Now, there's a whole lot of matters arising already. So I have 3 things lined up today to discuss quickly. Again, one of the things we're going to be doing is to ensure that the show does not go on for too long, and so that you guys can get on with other things you have to do. But in situations where it has to be long, there's nothing we can do. We can't help it because the information is valid. So on our Matters Arising today, we have 3 points. Now, first of all, we're going to be discussing the recent increase in survey plan in Lagos State. Now, in December, I told you guys, pre-informed actually, you guys, that the plan Lagos State has is to increase the fee for survey. And that was going to be effective in January 2024. Now, I got a lot of reaction from that video. Apparently, when I did the video, many were not aware. I only caught it early and I started informing you guys. Now, some real estate company did not even catch it. They caught it late and then they're just talking about it. Now it's a thing in January. And I want to talk about the reactions I got from them. First of all, let me state this clearly. There are certain things that goodness Usman does not have control over. There are certain things that other realtors out there do not have control over. There are certain things that real estate developers do not have control over. Just like you and I as human beings, we do not really have control over weather. Yes, we don't really have control. We can have predictions, we can prevent, we can, have preventive measures in place. We can be proactive as to reduce the impact, but we do not have control. So control is something you and I, or in this case, me and the real estate companies do not have when it comes to the decision of Lagos State government increasing cost of survey. So I'll give you an instance. In Abidjan, you find some real estate company take 500,000 naira and some take maybe 420,000 naira there, but mostly it is 500,000 naira that is being paid to the government per plot, which is measuring from 0 square meter to I think about 1,000 square meter back then, depending on the area as well. Now, I don't know what the range is, but we all know that per plot. Now, the new field says 1,500 for survey only, not with deed of assignment. Now, we're talking of survey only. Now, this is what I'm bringing out of this. When I brought out the information, some people were proactive, some people were lackadaisical about it. I still will not understand why you will get a preview information to save you cost and then you're lackadaisical about it. And then when he now eats you, I think a lot of real estate companies suddenly woke up better in this January, and then they now saw a memo. They sent a memo out. In fact, I've seen some real estate company, few, who have also not sent a memo out. Now, the bottom line is the memo went out and everybody now realized that there's a new price. Some said their new price will not be effective from January. Please note, first-hand information, Lagos State government has effected it. So if you did not pay your cost of survey in December, forget about it. Just get ready to pay the new one. Now, the point I'm bringing out for here, rather, is why is it that people don't act on something when they hear about it? And then, now, it's not because some set of people decide not to act on the information that we're discussing here. It's the reaction afterwards that gets me wondering what's going on. So you got a privileged information to say, hey, I was proactive and saying, come on, this is what's happening. This is what's going to happen. How about you look for money, gather it around and pay for your survey? I understand someone who do not have the resources at the time. And then the person goes, well, I will just pay the new price. It applies to me. I have properties that I've not even finished paying for. So when I'm done, I'll have to pay the new price. And then now some set of people are now coming and saying, they are now insisting that they pay the old price. It is old price, please. You're coming to say, hey, talk to this company, talk to that company. They should allow me to pay the old price. I do not understand where that is coming from. Please, let's be clear. If you're asking a company A, B, C, D to take old price from you, because from Lagos State government, it's already old price. Something you were supposed to pay in December, you didn't pay. You had the information, you did not act on it. If you don't have an opportunity to the information, you're watching me, I'm sorry, but it is what it is, right? You're now saying that they should pay. So if they were supposed to pay 500,000 naira to government in December, you are coming to say, you're insisting that you will pay 500,000 naira and the company should go and pay the extra 1 million naira by themselves. Where do you want them to get the extra 1 million naira from? That's where I'm confused now. Like, please, we do not all need this reaction. It is stressful. Yes, it is very stressful. If I take my time to do the job, be proactive enough, get updates and bring it to you, you didn't act on it, and then you're not coming and making demands. Please, 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 let's stop that. Okay? It's like someone who is told that developmental fee will be increased, and then you say, no, 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 I don't have the money now. And then when it's not increased, you refuse to pay it. And then you're stressing yourself, you're stressing me as a realtor, and then you're stressing the real estate company. I know some of my colleagues will say, nobody can stress me. I don't allow anybody to stress me that. Well, it's because I care. That's why I always pay attention to these things, or I come to talk about these things. I know a lot of my colleagues who don't. They don't even bother. Whatever it is, what it is at the point when you're ready. I want to say congratulations to those who also have the information and took action, and those who had privilege. Because I know some people who spoke with me, they didn't have the means and all of that. See, I always don't like when you pay extra. That's the truth. Whether you're buying a property or you're paying for deed of assent. Those of you that have worked with me over the years, you already know me for that. So please note, oh, it has been increased. Hey, Joe, I have to use megaphone. I know I did a video last week that kind of contradicted this that I'm talking about. And I'm sorry for that, because I got a memo from another real estate company. But when I now did a further research, I realized that even in Lagos, in Alausa, it's been affected. Nobody is allowed to pay the new fee. If you're paying for provisional survey, I think it's a different ball game. It's not this conversation. I'm yet to confirm if they increase that. That's so provisional. But you know the way it works. Even the surveyors, they will want to, you know the way we are in Nigeria, they want to ride on it. They will increase it, but it's not provisional survey. It's not as expensive as registered survey. Please, I'm also using this medium to address real estate companies. Hey, just stop shebe. Because this year, 2024, we're not going to agree. Oh, me, I'm not going to agree. Those of you, I know that some of these developers watch my video, especially this show, because I've seen some of them who screenshot and send to me and say, Madam, what are you talking about here? You're a real estate company. You know that your land does not have title. You are now collecting the rate for a registered survey. These fees we're talking about is for registered survey. I stand to be corrected. But please, stop doing it. It is not nice. I've said it be off camera. Now I'm putting it on record. Stop it. If you're a real estate company, you know your land does not have title. You know that what you're doing is a provisional survey that's supposed to be done at 50,000, 100,000. You guys will not be collecting 500,000. God is watching you. Now that they have now increased it to 1.5 and all of that, I'm not with the correct figure of what each area is. Once I have it, I will come back and disseminate it. But over time, we will all know what Etiosa is different, Ekpa is different, Ikoyi, Ikeja, all those local governments they differ. Please stop it. If you're a real estate developer, please, please, please stop it. It's called extortion. No extorting is allowed this year. If you do it, I know you, I'll call you out. Some of these companies that even do it, I don't even sell for them. But I see it and I'm like, it's not a nice thing. The fact I don't sell your property does not mean you should be doing what is wrong. I just had to put that out there because it's under survey. Now, the last part in this increase in survey, I also informed you guys that it's not only Lagos state government that is increasing the cost of survey. Ogun state government is also doing that. Now, the information I have reaching me is that they had a glitch and that's why they didn't effect it this January. So, if you bought property under Ogun State, let me give you categories. Anything around Bega, Mowe, Arepo, Shimawa, Mowe Father, Abeokuta, Ijebu. If you bought Sherry North, all those Bega area, Kute, Alagbado, all those places. If you bought a property that is under Ogun State government and you have not paid for your cost of survey, bikono ejo edakun domi Allah, please, I'm begging you, go and pay it. Look for the money to go and pay it. Some of you have invested in all these properties 3-5 years ago, but you just paid for the land and you have not yet paid for the survey, which I understand. We always advise that you can pay attention to the investment call first and then pay your other fees later. Now is the time for you to act. Go and pay. Ogun State is increasing, and from what I am told, It will be effective between February and March. I will take that again. They will effect the new prices February or March. So let's just say February in caps. You have the whole of January, so prepare yourself. Plan yourself and go and pay for your survey. Don't say I did not do anything for you this new year. Oh, I'm already doing too much. God save. You got it. Anyways, let's move quickly and straightly into number 2. Yes, number 2 on our matters arising today is default charges. The ICs of people in their high seas. Now, what do I want to talk about here? I want to address the fact that, again, it's still, I understand how things are sometimes, but please, I need to say that the rules are the rules. This year 2024, please, I'm begging you people. I'm begging. I mean, I don't have, many of my clients are super amazing people, okay? But you see, what I'm addressing here today, this matter arising is not just even because it's happening to me directly, is due to the research, the things I hear from my colleagues, what they go through, and I'm like, let's educate ourselves on this subject arising, or matter arising. I have realized that many people have formed their habits. Some investors will invest in the property. They will know what the terms and condition is. So, for instance, installment plan. You have embarked on an installment plan for a certain period of time, and the company told you that if you missed out monthly, some companies do monthly payments. Some company, if you embark on installment plan, whether a land or house, if you miss out a month's payment, they will charge you. While some other company, you don't necessarily have to be, they're not very strict monthly, but within 3 months, in a quarter, you must pay something. So if you miss out a quarter, you have a charges. That's the way it goes until your payment plan expire. Now, the expired payment plan is what I'm here to talk about. Because when I push and say, it's under 1 year payment plan, don't worry, he will pay, she will pay. Then you now come, we're sending you reminder to pay, he did not pay. The company is sending you reminder. I get it that there are circumstances that are beyond us sometimes. I mean, we all pray that life does not happen to us, and things go the way we plan. Sometimes you have a plan when of course, everybody has a plan when they embark on a project, right? And in between, something changed. This is what I say. Communicate. So let's say you have a very cogent reason. You have a very serious reason. I had clients last year who had medical issues that we had to, they came up and said, oh, this is serious medical issues. Let's communicate with this company. I also know some real estate company also, they are too strict. I'm not saying you should default to, but why is it that I've seen, in fact, one real estate company last year, I kept saying it, that I understand they're doing business and all of that, but when somebody comes forward with evidence of test medical ailments that nobody wishes it upon their enemy, you should not be that strict. You should not be that too. I mean, I see real estate companies who I dropped last year because they were too strict. I mean, I'm a strict person. I'm a structured person. I believe in structure. I believe in rules. But hello, there are exceptions. When you are a company, you don't make exceptions to certain rules. I don't know how you want me to work with you, because life is not balanced. Life is not straight. Things will happen. I'm not saying people will make excuses. I know the people that they just want to come under one kind of excuse, but people have genuine things. People fall sick. I fell sick last year, and I wasn't lying about it. So if I was paying for a property, you now told me those months that I was sick. That's anyways. This is it. 2 things I'm addressing. The real estate companies, please always put in human factor to your rules when you're making it. Please, Ejo. I know, whatever it is, ensure you're human. And I appreciate some of my real estate companies, most of my real estate companies actually that I partner with, who have the immune part of them. Kudos to you all. Please keep it up. For those who don't, I hear different kind of gist. And that's why some real estate company, I will never sell them. Because when I hear some things, I'm like, no, now, you should be humane. I mean, there should be the humane part of us now in every rule. There should be exceptions. So when you now default, your contract says it expires December 2023. Please be ready to bear the consequences, yo. This year 2024. Be ready to bear the consequences. Please. There were too many headaches. People will come and say, even the ones that they hey, please let me quickly address this. All of you people that do not buy property from me, especially landmark. Hey, you have problem in landmark like this, you just bring it on my head, and you do not, your realtor is sleeping and lounging. Let's be guided, yo. Now efficacy. Somebody called me last time saying, you saw my video and my update video. What happened is this, da 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 da. He wants me to do this. I'm like, Edwin, no, first of all, where is your red toe? You just have Pamini. Please, I will help as much as I can, but my priority are my direct clients. Don't be hungry. Huh? Do not be hungry. I will help you if I can. But my priority is my direct client, yo. Because hey, I'm trying to build the strength to even, service my clients. Please. Let's be guided. So when your contract expires, you're getting notification. They remind you. I and my team, I know that last year we didn't do too much. We didn't do a good job. And this year I put a lot of things in place to do better job. See, if it's possible, every week we are going to be reminding you your payment. There are people that are very consistent. Honestly, I have amazing clients. I wouldn't even lie. Guys, you see most of these things I'm addressing, they're not even my clients. I don't have 2-3 clients that falls into these categories, to be honest with you guys. And I pride myself for that, because I've always said it, that I attract amazing people. I attract people who are structured, people who, when they are going to default, they will let you know, goodness, this month I might not be able, let's tell my clients, Dare, you guys are the real MVP. That's the kind of people I want to keep working with. However, I'm addressing this just to educate you, because I know that people who watch this show are not even mainly my clients. They are more of people who invest from other realtors. They use me as a means of getting information, and hence why I'm putting this out there. In fact, people who invest in other Omonile things, they get information here and they use it. So please ensure that you stay within your contract before it expires, so that you avoid to pay default charges. A real estate company last year told us my client was going to pay 50% on default. Yes, that the moment, not default charges, say that you're not paying monthly. When your contract expires, you're going to pay 50%. I know how much we had to run around, because again, for this particular client, something happened that it was beyond our control. And then we now run around and make sure that deadline, it was November 2023, it was met. So some real estate company, no matter how much I say, how much I talk to them, they don't listen. They just follow their rules. Their rules is their. In fact, I've identified someone. I just know that I tell my client, you see this particular company, when it comes to rules, they don't bend it at all. Not like every other ones are bending rules, but they reason sometimes, which I always appreciate that they can reason. But some don't, though. Maybe they don't reason to me. I don't know if they reason somewhere else. But from what we all gather, they don't. So when you're investing, just try as much as possible to not default. And when you do, be ready to pay those charges. Now, stop the comparison. I see people come and say, I hear people say, oh, Apple does not do this. If it's Samsung will do this. If it's Apple will do this. If it's Techno will do this. If it's Infinix does not do that. Edakun, when you are buying Techno, know it's Techno you are buying and stay through the rules of Techno. And when you're buying Apple, know that it's Apple and just get ready to confront with Apple. However, I am also of the advocate that, like I tell real estate companies, developers, I tell MDs that yes, I get it is the rule, but we can reason together. We're partners in this. These investors are your partners, for God's sake. However, there are some mistakes that some investors also do. Some people will pay initial deposit and they will go farm
You will be sending them reminder every month. Every month, company is sending. They will not answer. They will ignore. Nothing is wrong. At the that minute rush, they will just come. And then they expect you to perform some sort of magic. How do you ghost me as a realtor generally now for 10 months? And then you expect me to come and perform miracle and avoid you paying charges that's been accrued to you. So let me tell you something. I invest as well. I'm an investor as well. I know, in fact, I remember, was it Rubicity? I think Rubicity or something. I can't remember. I bought a lot of plots. And then when I saw the charges they gave me, I just said, you know what? How much have I paid? How many blood is he covering? Okay, I'm not going to do it again because the charges were too much and I don't have the resources to do that because I have other investments. So I understand you rather. This is explaining that I understand you. I'm in your shoes as well. So all of you are bigger than me anyway. You people have money. You people have money more than me. Let's not be talking about being on that level. But speaking about having multiple investment, trying to invest as much as you can within your resources, I get that part. But please, let's work together this year more. For those of you who are going to be joining me, for those of you, like I said, work with your realtor. For those of you who didn't buy with me, and work with them and make sure that you stay within that your stipulated time. Like I said, I'm laying emphasis on it. Some real estate company, if you don't pay in a month, they'll buy and charges. They'll give you charges, and the minimum is around 3%. 5% is high. They're all saying bank charges and all of that, loan charges, how much they're paying back to the bank. We all know how these things work. Some people don't understand how it works. Some people are based abroad. They don't understand how Nigerian works. Nigerian real estate market is a peculiar market. We will not stop saying it, but it's the truth. So that's it on the number 2. The third is risk management, risk exposure. Please, I'm pleading with you, real estate investors in the Nigerian real estate market this year, be ready to reduce your risk exposure. And I'm going to make Ekpe as an example. Now, this is very sensitive, but I'm still going to talk about it. In fact, the fact that it's sensitive is why we should be talking about it. I know some people will not like this. Some realtors will not even like this because they like to sell these products. I am not here also to condemn anybody's product. No, please. No, nope. But I'm always just here to warn you. You see, this year 2024, reduce your risk exposure to untitled lands in Ekpe. I'm going to say it again. Reduce your risk exposure to untitled land in Ekpe. If you watch the trend, the big shots, the big real estate companies, the big ones, they're not really doing Ekpe properties without title. Now, if you also watch Ekpe lands that have title, they are expensive. Let's say Lagoon Front now. Lagoon Front is a sea of wood land. When we started selling, we sold at 5 million. How many people bought? Even people who bought, they are regretting that they didn't buy more than what they bought. Some people were smart. They bought 10 plots, 20 plots. Imagine buying a plot of land, 5 million naira, and under 2 years, you have gained 20 million naira per plot. I have clients who bought 4 plots, like that. Untitled land in Ekpe, when Igbejuleki started, I was clamoring on it. Until date, 5-6 years down the line, none of those excision in process we sold has been excised. Government is not, there's no even, no company can tell me that they have any green light. Nobody's getting any green light yet. And I heard that most of them are now going to be converted to government allocated land, meaning that most of you have bought, all of us, I bought now. I have a land, 600,000, I'll be 500,000. Then, unfortunately, the company I bought it from can't exist anymore, unfortunately. However, what I'm saying is, some of you should be ready to even rebuy those lands. It's the fact. If you expect that your land is now under the land you bought at 750,000 or 2 million or whatever the price was, that is not titled in Igbejuleki, they are now going to be converted, if they are lucky, falls under government allocation. You have to pay now. You are going to buy it new. So why don't you in Ekpe start buying the one that already have a C of O? Because at the end of the day, in the long run, it's the same thing. It's not even the same. It's safer. This one is safer. Now, I also understand that all fingers are not equal. My fingers are not equal. Resources, even me that I'm talking to you, how many of these 20 million naira, 40 million naira land can I purchase? Almost none. Do you understand how many? So I get it. And I know that some people love this part of, instead of using 20 million to buy one, they want to use it to buy 10 more. They will like more. I get it. I truly get it. The reason why I'm addressing this is because it's becoming more porous. That place is now porous, one. Secondly, it's becoming, for me, goodness, Usman. I'm not talking about any other realtor, not realtor, marketer out there. I'm not talking about a marketer out there. I'm talking about me, goodness, Usman. Woo, hey, I don't want to lose my sleep. A sleep over some mishap that will happen, that is yet to happen. Some mishap that, see, there's a ticking bomb already now. Yes, Ben, yes. The place is ticking bomb. In fact, we're going to talk about it on this show. I'm going to expatiate on it on this show. But for now, let's leave it at that. Just reduce your risk. There are things I look at, I calculate, I analyze, and come up with my analysis. And I realize that Ekpe is the real deal, yes. But be careful. First of all, who is even the company you are exposing yourself to? I've always said this thing. Trust me, the brand behind a property is also important. The greediness in some in the heart of some people. Like I said, we're going to treat this as a on its own. But just prepare your mind that in 2023, in 2024, prepare your mind that in 2024, you're going to reduce your exposure, risk exposure to untitled land. Now, these are places you should now go. If you want to buy, please, or your state is the destination. Ogun State, you can still expose yourself to a certain extent. However, even if you are exposing yourself in Ibadan, in Ogun State, in Oyo, you still need to be careful who you're buying it from. Hey, you need to be careful. I'm saying it though. Even me. In fact, I think I'm talking to myself as well. Because even some real estate company in 2022 that I thought that, oh wow, hey, they have shown me shege, oh. And that's why I'm always grateful to the set of clients God just gave me. I don't know what I did to God to just give me this kind of amazing people. That when I come and tell them the situation of things and why there are some things that didn't work, that I didn't see coming. They didn't work. And while we're trying to manage the situation, I'm so blessed to have the understanding of the company. Thank you so much. Let me note, the reason why I'm saying this, there's too much greed out there. So please, this year, tread easy. I'm going to be bringing you guys so many properties, right? I'm not saying I'm not bringing, but please, if you will work with me this year, just work with me. Those that are working with me already know. And like I always say, I stand with you. I'm not a marketer. I'm not here to sell you a property. I'm here to help you grow your net worth, build wealth for generations unborn. And so while we're doing that, it's a journey. And that's why I appreciate all my clients who have been with me. Some just joined, the new ones are just joined the fourth. I'm excited about this new year. Looking forward to making sales with you guys. Please, we're going to reduce our exposure. Oh. When I say let's not go there, just follow me and say, goodness, we should not go there. I know someone who told me yesterday, whatever the Sunday, I have clients like that. Goodness, where are we going? Is he here? If he does not work, I will hold you. And when sometimes it seems like there's an issue, I'm managing it alongside with them. I don't abandon anyone in their projects. There might be, that's why I said, I always emphasize that the real estate company is important because when I'm dealing with a real estate company that cannot be trusted, you can't hold conversation, they can't communicate, then it becomes a problem. So that's that on that. The last or not the least on my list, which is a bonus actually, is only I was here to discuss this 3 major points, but let's talk about this. Price increase a lot. Yo. People are saying, why is price increasing? Things are not easy. Hey. There is prices of houses and lands are no longer cheap. Even in the Igbo, in the forest, places like all those Oyo Isheyin that we are selling in Ibadan, they are not cheap. Whoa. I'm going to be bringing a lot of Ibadan properties this year. I'm working with my team to look for safe places you can invest that has potential. It's not just about investing,
no potential. 10 years down the line is the same thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where has potentials but are not, maybe the potential is not as high as the Ekpe Ibejuleki as this, but they also have potential. Okay, like let's take for instance in Mowe Father, Queen's Park 2, Mowe Father. I have a client who bought 2 years ago, and he bought it at 750,000. And we were just having a conversation recently. I mean, he relocated, stabilized, and all of that. So he just reached out to me and said, have you been? I see all your charts, but and then we were talking. We're like, the land is 4 million. He was like, I don't understand. I now sent him the video. So what? That land, 4 million. Wow. That he never expected that place to appreciate like that. Now, that's not paper figure value. It is actually because it's a sea of wood land. And that's real estate for you. That's the essence of real estate. You should invest and get return on your investment. You should use it as a vehicle, a safe vehicle to grow your wealth, to build your net worth, to build wealth for generations unborn. So it's strategic. This year, I have many of my clients I'm going to be advising. I've already started saying to some of them, you've bought enough of residential, let's start doing commercial. Oh, you've bought enough of untitled land, start doing titled land. That's how much I advise my clients. Oh, last year you did a lot of houses, start doing land. Oh, last year you did a lot of land, start doing houses. And this is why, and why. We'll put it on the table. We'll put the cards on the table. And that's why I'm not a marketer. It's not just about selling the property. Yes, I'm interested in selling and making money to, have food on my table. But I'm also interested in you truly getting value for your investment. So please note you and get ready. And why is all of this price increases? It's because of the economy. We're praying that it gets better. Dollar is still, in fact, the one we're dealing with right now, a client of mine we're having a conversation yesterday, and they were saying, I can't get Naira to pay. Can you imagine? I said, that's the problem we've been facing since December. That's the new one in December. You go to bank, there's no cash. Bank is checking it. Oh, you cannot take 100,000 cash. We can only give you. POS has now increased the amount they are paying because they are now buying cash. I mean, Nigeria is such a very interesting country where we are using cash to buy cash. It's just our reality. I know all of us can run away. Some of us have to hold the front. So, is real estate market still a sustainable and profit one? I mean, Nigerian real estate market, hell yes, it is still profitable, and it still remains a profitable market. So on this note, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of today's episode. So thank you very much, my daddy and my mommy, my aunties, my uncles, my friends, for watching today's show. I am glad and delighted to have you people on the show. I hope I did not offend people too much. Please, it's the hat that I'm wearing. Offending hat. Look, please don't be hungry. If I offended you today, no, it's not intentional. It's just that the truth has to be said. No, somebody has to say it. Yes, thank you for forgiving me. If in case parental, I'll offend you. And if you are a real estate company, you're watching me, and if you're offended, I'm not apologizing to you. I'm not apologizing. Go and take that offense and do the right thing. Yes. When we have people doing the right thing, this country is going to be better. Yes. I do not apologize if you're hungry. If any particular is tabai as a real estate company, sorry, I do not apologize. And I'm not going to apologize in the usual. Anyways, on the lighter note, I'm going to see you guys on the next episode next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Please do us a favor. Send this video, share this video with your connect. Especially if you're a Nigerian in diaspora, share this video. Please help me share this good news of real estate with them. Information is power when we have access to it. It is powerless if you don't have access to the information. And that's why I'm saying, please share it with your contacts. Trust me, when you do, you're saving them a whole lot of issues now and in the future. Once again, I appreciate everyone who has been watching the show with us, you that are just joining us. I hope you go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notification bell. It is very important so that you're notified when we come online. I remain yours only, the Queen of Landlord Makers. Good night, Usman. I'll see you guys next week, Sunday, or in the next video, of course, on the show. I'll see you next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. But tomorrow, Monday, I'm seeing you in my next video. So please, this year, let's make this channel more interactive. Put in there your comments respectfully. Let's respect ourselves. Let's respect everybody's opinion. This is my professional opinion. If you have your own opinion, respectfully, put it there. You want to call me, let's have a conversation. Let's take it offline and talk about it. And of course, know that I am here for you this year. Gidigba. Hey, we're better and going bigger. We're lasting stronger in Nigeria 18.7. So we're here to serve you better. Trust me. Those of our clients are already seeing that we're not joking this year. So if you have any real estate investment goals you want to share with us, we'll be delighted to start the journey with you. And for those of you who already are with us, we want to start new journey with you in this new year. Some of you have already concluded some investment. We would encourage you to go into more. Like I always say, if you really want to build wealth, and studies have shown that if you really want to build wealth, you want to amass wealth for generations above for yourself, you want to build an empire, it's not a day's journey. And real estate investment is not a day's journey. It's a journey that you need to keep working on as you have the resources. So ladies and gentlemen, ensure that you watching me, you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. So I say to you, oh, double.